if he end up with a -5 in a minute?
Hard 30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. Grab a drink, because this is Hangover Time.
I don't even want to do the show today. But you know what? As of tonight, going into the All-Star break, the Miami Heat are a play-in team. You heard that right, folks. They are a 7th-seeded play-in team. Why? Because the Knicks won tonight, and the Heat have lost 2 in a row. So the Heat are now in 7th place. They are a certified play-in team. Do they deserve a quality post-game show like this? I don't think so. But you know what? I have contractual obligations to Miami Heat beat. So I will do this show, but I will do this show in protest.
Okay.
Because I don't think I should be doing a show about a playing team.
Come on, brother, preach. It's Black History Month. Get it out.
I'm black and I gotta work today. It's racist.
Come on.
First of all.
Come on.
You know, like I don't rant music because I'm not even gonna get excited. I'm gonna get my pressure up for a playing
For this?
team.
For
a playing team? No. A team with a chance to get a full game up on Brooklyn, right? To be a half game out of the 5th seed, to make a lead on the Knicks. I mean, they came out with this performance, right? Jimmy Butler. I don't care. Honestly, I just saw he scored, 13 points? I was surprised. I thought it was 3. Just completely a non-factor, right? Like, Bam Adebayo, 24 points, 13 rebounds. I don't care. I thought he played an awful game. I don't care. Double-double. All those points were in garbage time. They don't matter.
This is rude.
But what I will say is, Duncan Robinson's back, baby. Light it up. Did y'all see my man? Y'all see my man? 23 minutes coming off of surgery. Second best plus minus on the team for the night. Yes, it was a 0. Okay. Trailing only Orlando Robinson in his 4 minutes. Okay. But Duncan Robinson showed up and showed out while the rest of the team took a night off going into the All-Star break. Bring me out, Brass. Boy, Duncan was on fire tonight, boy. 2 for 7 from 3. You know, I mean, for the most part, that's terrible. But for this Heat team, woo!
It's like he never left.
That is, invite to the 3-point
Welcome
contest. My God, I mean, that boy came playing some hellacious defense. I mean, listen.
How many fouls he finished with?
I don't want him.
4.
What, Frosted?
No, Duncan.
Gabe had 21 points.
Is that who you're talking about? I thought you were still talking about Duncan.
Oh, I thought you said Frosted. I was saying.
Oh, no. I said
She said fouls.
Oh, fouls? Oh, yeah.
I didn't mean to derail you. Sorry.
Oh, 4 fouls. I mean, he going to get his fouls in, all right? He got 6 of them. He only used 4. The Heat had the funniest part to me tonight, Eric Reed was like, the Heat were there 2 3-point specialists on the floor. At the time, the motherfuckers were 2 for 11. They hit 8 3-pointers on the night in 2023 as a modern NBA team. I am Alphonse Sidney, aka Alf954. Welcome into the Miami Heat beat Hangover. I'm off. Miami Heat beat post-game show Hangover Time. If you're watching live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Miami Heat beat. Thank you so much. Hit us with those subscriptions, bits, and all that good stuff. If you're watching live on the 5 Reasons YouTube page, we love you as well. And if you're listening tomorrow morning on the podcast, on your way to work, or whatever you're doing in the morning, we love you the most because that's where we make all of our money. Also, if you're watching the replays on either of our YouTube pages, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's find out tonight, Brass, who kicked our ass.
They kicked our ass.
Was that an update? They kicked our ass, or I just haven't been paying attention?
You have not been paying attention for the last, I don't know, year and a half.
I keep expecting to see Kelly Olynyk for some reason. Siobhan,
Yes.
who kicked our ass tonight, and why was it Mikal Bridges?
It was Joseph Tsai. I don't know who is their GM. I don't know who does the actual decision making over there, but they did a damn good job. That motherfucker kicked our ass. I hope Brooklyn keeps this group together. Shout out to Mikal. But yeah, my answer is whoever pulled the plug on the KD trade. You can take me.
Tiff, who kicked our ass tonight?
Brazil,
Okay.
because that's where Jimmy at.
I like it.
All right, good. Who kicked our ass tonight?
Me? The only thing I can think about is we're behind the fucking Knicks in the standings. I said that's like the one fucking thing that I can't deal with. I can deal with the ups and downs. I can deal with the fucking nail-biting game every fucking game, but to be behind the Knicks in the fucking standings grinds my fucking gears. I can't. Fuck you, New York Knicks. I can't stand you. You're fucking mid. You're nothing. And we're still better than you, you fucks. It doesn't really matter. That's not, I don't know how much that's really saying, but but still, we're going to get there. We're going to get there. We need a break. It's cool. It's cool.
Yes.
Listen, we got Duncan back. Yurt's going to be coming back soon. Tyler's going to be coming back. Hot from his three-point shooting win in the All-Star game coming up. And we got, like, whatever the other guy that we got recently, he's fucking going to be getting better. I don't know. Fucking bring that Brass.
Who kicked our ass tonight?
So, Mikal Bridges is the obvious answer, so I'm not going to go with that. I'm going to go with Cam Thomas. 19 points in 21 minutes is impressive, but what's more impressive than that is that dude shoots the ball every single time he touches it. Mm-hmm. And it's hilarious to watch sometimes. I'm gonna be honest. Double team, triple team, it's going up. It doesn't matter. So he kicked our ass just for like the fucking balls he has for doing that dumb shit and it working.
That dude, every time he touched the ball, you knew that ball was going up. Like you knew he was
not. He's not
look,
looking for nobody.
That's why he's there.
That's his job. He got one job.
To the second quarter, he said, I got to make up for that first quarter. Goddamn.
He got one job.
Who can test that? Shoot that
Right.
shit.
He said, the only person that can stop me is Jacques Vaughn. Joey.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Joey.
Live from Colorado.
All right.
You dropping your location? Just like that?
Yeah, I'll give you the address.
Are you safe? Are you in a safe house? These walls.
Right.
Again, I am safe.
Okay.
I am safe. Okay. Yeah. So, I would just say the whole Nets organization kicked our ass, but I really wanted to just give a shout out to our new player Jamari. I love him. The face of a baby, hairline of the father. Is what I was thinking about. What a crazy look, but good for him.
I like how he gets it lined up.
It ain't lined.
Yeah.
Is it lined up?
You know, he gets
It's like an
the
optical
ball.
illusion.
Listen, you gotta take care of what you have, okay?
That shit look like an etch a sketch.
Lined up properly. My brother came out the other night and he had his shit lined up. I said, brother, what are you doing?
I got the Jamari. He said, I got the Jamari.
You got that booyah.
So
You ain't seen that booyah.
Does your brother have the regular receding hairline, or does he have like the Haitian hairline where like the corners are way back here? And
Like,
like,
shut up. He had the LeBron shit. Where
that's
like,
dope.
what did G call it? G said LeBron's hairline is gerrymandered. That's what brother had. So what they did, they just lined up the
Sounds like a
ball
slur.
just all the way back to this motherfucker. I was just like, just shave your head. What are you
Say
doing?
his hair looking for votes.
His hair out
Caroline is
here
campaigning. He's out here campaigning.
His hair out here.
Shit worked for Stacey Abrams.
Grassroots.
here taking people to the polls. Shit. Siobhan.
Yes.
I mean, okay. Let's talk about this game a little bit. Then I want to just talk about them going into the break. You can make all the excuses in the world. The Heat did not have their full team tonight. No Tyler Hero, no Kyle Lowry. Like the offense is still just horrid. Like it's been worse lately. Like, and I mean, they average 108 points per game. They ain't got to 108 points in a while. Like, I mean, they're lucky when they break 100. Like, what is going on with this team? Is it just missing Tyler, missing Kyle, missing pieces, or is it just like the steady decline of this offense that we've seen all season long? And is there a way to fix it?
So, I'm not going to act like the pieces missing don't help. They certainly do. Tyler, who else is out right now? Big helps you in a way, and I'll talk about him just specifically. And it's not really him, but what he does for you. Who else isn't playing right now? Like,
it's really Tyler, Victor, and Kyle are the missing rotation pieces.
Okay, and Kyle. So we don't really do a good job of creating space on the floor. And then when we do, so we don't have spacers. We don't have, you can take me out. This can be a conversation. We don't have, thank you though, as always, I love you, Bryce. We don't have spacers. So then we also don't do a good job though of creating space kind of schematically. And when we do, we go away from it. You create the space to like shift the defenses so that you can then like counter that. We'll create a space and then go the other way. G was in the group chat talking about how, and he's right, and we do it often. How, especially in this game, like we hunt out mismatches, but we don't attack them from the appropriate direction. Like we'll get a switch. And we'll think the mismatch is our guard trying to sauce up whomever their forward or the switch out is. Instead of feeding it to Bam, who now has the smaller. Like we don't do a good job of like getting intentional about getting into the pockets of advantage that we do find ourselves in. And then we don't have like otherworldly athletes or talented enough people who can mitigate that on their own. And so when we do finally get into kind of the space, we don't make any like direct actions into it. And so that's where someone like a Vic, that's why you see people open to a Russ. Theoretically, like Kyle can, when he does that little crab dribble, keep people on their back. Tyler does a good job of getting into little pockets, but collectively we don't get into space well. And so like we look bunched up a lot, and we don't have natural, like the shooters aren't shooting, so the people are really able to just play us all within each other's space.
Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, so I want to know if you saw some things that I saw. Brass, take me out. It's a whole conversation. We all here together. It's Black History Month. I'm lifting y'all up. You and Joey. I'm lifting y'all up with us.
I'm giving you an ally.
Joey.
Joey, I missed you.
I fucking missed you. I'm so happy you're here.
Because I'm like looking in the comments and everybody's complaining that nobody was passing the ball to Bam and these and that. So here's some things. They were passing the ball to Bam, but two things have to happen. One, you got to remember the guards that are playing, this is not their specific game to just hit you up with the crazy passes. That's not what they can do. They can get you some nice passes. They can feed you. They can lead you, but they're not going to dazzle you with all the things that, like, honestly, like Kyle can do when, he's able and healthy at times. So here's things that I noticed. Even when they were hitting Bam, Bam also has to realize who he's playing with. Everybody keeps thinking that the guards have to adjust to Bam. Not necessarily. Bam's going to have to learn to adjust to running with the Booyah, with the Max, with the Gabe, and even Caleb per se. Like, because there were times where he got the smaller man on his back, but his post position was awful. He didn't call for the ball. He didn't look in the direction of the passer. So guess what? If I got the ball, Alf doesn't look at me, I'm not throwing the ball to Alf.
Yeah. Last thing, and then I'll leave that alone. They did do that one time. Like they did run something intentional where Bam, like instead of letting himself get pushed out for no reason, he actually stopped short and like took a more traditional posting type of cut and got a good play and he scored. And last thing, to your point about like it having to be Bam, sometimes it has to adjust, is because he is the most talented of that group. He who was able, like he is the one most able, and it's not fair, but that's the curse of like being blessed. Like you have to help. Those are ways that you make the game. You hear people talk about guys that make the game easier for their teammates. Those are ways that you do that.
Kenny, we're on Bam, you know, and I think deservedly so. Like, I don't care what the stat line says. I thought Bam played a real tepid game. I think he picked it up late in the fourth quarter, or in the fourth quarter in general. And a lot of his points came when the game was already like out of reach, and like it didn't matter as much anymore. And like I just, you know, I'm not gonna say I hate the aggressive thing. I just felt like the last two games he's not looking at the basket. And it's giving me last year a lot. It's giving like that, you know, passive Bam shit that we all don't like to see. But outside of that, Bam is still doing Bam things. What the fuck is up with Jimmy Butler? Like, does he not know? Like, you know, we need to win some of these games. Is he upset because Kyle Lowry's not playing? Is he hurt? Like, is his knee bother him? What is going on? Because I also see, like, you know, how many minutes he played 32 minutes tonight. Is there an injury there that Spo is managing that we don't know about? Like, what is happening with Jimmy Butler in your eyes?
I say this jokingly sometimes, but there is a lot of truth to it. I think Jimmy, especially in his stint in Miami, he does just take time off when he's just out there kind of coasting. And it's usually when he has a break coming up. And like, I could sit there and joke about, he just want to go on vacation, but he does that sometimes. And I'm not really necessarily frustrated with it because, well, I kind of am, because he can't keep relying on that playoff switch he has. But there are times when he's just kind of just out there deferring to people and just like coasting. I forgot which game it was where he did, whichever game was we caught the lob at the end where he did nothing for 3.5 quarters. That annoys me sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. And I told Frankie on pregame, and that bothers me almost as much as when D Wade wouldn't get back on defense and would just lay on the ground. And so I don't think anything's going on with him. I think he's just out there. He wants his break, and he's just kind of, I don't know if he's moody or he just doesn't feel like playing, but it shows, and it bothers me a little bit.
Joey.
Yes.
Is the fact that the All-Star game was in Salt Lake City this year, like, is that like leading to the malaise? Like, is Bam just dreading having to go to Salt Lake City?
Of course. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be in Miami, but it will be a whiteout for sure. Okay. I'm seeing a lot of sister wives in attendance. That might be interesting to some. But yeah, for sure. You know, the Las Vegas of Utah, Salt Lake City, that's what they call it. I am excited about that.
Sounds sad as hell.
No one calls it that, by the way.
No, yeah. I think I heard it one time in passing. I might have misheard it. Honestly, it might have been a different state or city. But yeah, very excited. I do have some ideas, but maybe I could talk about them later.
You heard that Karl Malone's judging the dunk contest, right?
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because I heard that, and this is a rejected idea. They wanted to do a Karl Malone skills challenge, right? Which was weird. It was just hopscotch, Red Rover, and freeze tag. I don't get what they were doing. Which, you know, like, sounds a lot better. With what they were gonna do, which was the Karl Malone kiss cam, which no one wanted to see that. Also another. You know what?
Wait, is this your set or like?
I feel like I took some jokes from the.
Yeah. I got one more, but we could talk about it later.
Okay. You know, before I get back to Bond, I still want to celebrate the most important story of the night. Duncan Robinson's back. Okay, guys. So let's get to our gaga of the game. J Jock says, "I'm so glad Joey is back. So are we.
We all are.
And we're also
Yeah, I
super
miss everybody.
frightened
No.
with Karl Malone
That's
getting
where the
this
fun
much
is.
attention." All right, so here go my man Duncan. I think he was like 0 for 4 at this point, but who cares? Boom. Right in Ben Simmons' face. Gah, 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 gah.
See, look at that.
Y'all see a little
All
fake
that-
out? I mean, who is doing that on this team right now? Get out my damn face.
Look at
Ben
this.
Simmons.
Run that one more time, and then
Look
can
at
you
Ben.
pause it? That's crazy. That's the guy.
Yeah.
Pause. See all that space over there. No one tried to get into it. That's it. Go ahead.
Exactly.
Let me tell you,
No one went for the easier shot.
that's on first team all defense right there. I know it was a long time ago. Oh, and his other shot was right in Nick Claxton's face. We didn't get that one. I didn't want to brag out here. Alf was right, this whole time.
Plenty more highlights to come this season.
Siobhan, is the problem with this team simply the fact that, I think this is the second out of 3 games, the last 3 games where they haven't hit more than 10 3-pointers? You can't do that in 2023. You can't do that and expect to win because all they had to do, all the Nets had to do in the fourth quarter is start hitting some shots, and you knew the Heat had no answer for that. You knew we couldn't come back down and hit shots. We just don't do that type of thing. We're gonna get our head down and bump you and take a shot from the dotted line, and they're over here 3, 3, 3, 3. We have no margin for error when it comes to that. If a team gets hot from 3, we are done. It's a wrap.
So that's what it is.
That simple.
No, see, you said 2 things. You said we have no margin for error, which means it's not just that simple. It's a lot of different things, but that feels like the thing most readily available to be fixed because you can't really change your height, can't really change your size. You are the size that you are. Brooklyn is as long as they are. The teams who might not shoot as well as other teams do, but who are still good and still have size in places that it matter. Teams like New Orleans, teams. Hey, size where listen. So no, it's not just that they aren't shooting well, but because they aren't shooting well and they can't atone, they're not gonna overnight just get more athletic. They're not going to do those other things. So
they're not gonna become drafted players overnight.
Sure, they're not gonna get taller. They're not gonna
Maybe they go to the military.
They're not gonna get hey,
Not in this month. Not in this month.
No.
They're not going to get.
Juan, I do want to say
taller.
something.
None of that.
You were talking about the other time, players getting in position, getting into spaces, doing things, and every player you named was a drafted guy. And I'm not big on this drafted versus undrafted. We just at this tipping point where, I feel like, how sometimes you have a good idea. I'm going to have a team of 15 players, 4 of them going to be undrafted. And the next year, it turns into 6. And the year after that, it turns into 8. And then you turn around and you're like, damn, what the fuck happened? I feel like the Heat just got – I don't even know if they did it on purpose. I just feel like it got ahead of them. Like, oh, shit.
What we do here?
None of these motherfuckers were warranted a second-round pick. What are we doing? And I'm not saying these guys are all trash, but there is a talent disparity, and you talk about it all the time.
There is.
It's been a talent.
It's right.
Been a talent disparity, and again, length and being able to use length in an effective way. Just because you long don't mean you long and good. People, you have to be able to coordinate all these different limbs into an effective way. So being long and athletic is a talent in a way. And so yes, you're void of that. You're void of just natural sheer. I'm gonna break you down, boogie oogie. No one's uber quick. So you are the talent disparity. And so with that, then that's where scheme come in. That's where and maybe it's you could say Spo could draw some other shit. Well, maybe he's trying to draw some other shit in practice, and he didn't think that it was gonna work. Okay, well, yeah, but damn, let us see that it's not gonna. Let us see that it's not gonna work. Let us know that you're trying to do everything you can do to help make this go better. But he is. There are limits.
I coached a lot of like middle school travel, AAU level basketball, and there was always a team, right? And full of fundamentally sound players, right? Like, I'm not gonna say what color they were, right? I don't want to get into that. Right?
A lot of pin downs and
fundamentally sound.
A lot of crab
athletics. They weren't quick, and they'll get you. But then like the semifinal, the quarterfinal, the team full of the dudes jumping out the gym would just run their ass off the court. I feel like that's what's happening right now.
I said, and it's funny. I talked to Bond tonight, and I said, I got a feeling we're gonna get run out the gym. I told him.
I would like
but
to
here's
see
the
it,
thing. But here's the thing where I was partly wrong. There's two halves. So everybody talking they trash about the role players. Guess who kept you in that game that whole first half? All your role players. You know what was supposed to happen in the second half? Jimmy was supposed to dust off that cape and them knees and actually play.
But see,
like you had a chance to win. I'm sorry. Had he shown up, you won that game.
And Kenny, I think that's part of the problem. Like they bamboozled and hoodwinked their way through 3.5 quarters, and now it's time to play some ball. And they got no ball players. Because Jimmy said, Jimmy said, "Look, why are you looking at me?"
They were trying to stick him up with a fake gun. It was some 2 socks in a paper bag.
You know what I'm saying? They hoodwinked and bamboozled their way through 3.5 quarters, and now Jimmy's supposed to come in with a cape on, like Tiff said. And Jimmy said, "No, not me, not today, not in Black History Month." And Bam out here just, Bam was like, "Well, I'm gonna get these buckets down 12." Like, I just feel like they're just, it's a lot of play shit. Like they don't have the firepower like some of these other teams have.
And this has been a thing really even since before the Jimmy era. This big three sometimes. They would just go into games or go into second halves just feeling like they had it all figured out and they can coast a little bit. And I don't know who they thought Mikal Bridges was just based on his role in Phoenix or whatever it is, but he is not somebody you just like. This is what I'll say about him is this is not the last time he's going to have a performance like that in the league. He has all that, and an NBA team should know that if I know that. So they just came out like. They had Duncan on him a bunch of possessions. I didn't understand that. It was just a lot.
He ain't score on Duncan.
They just had anybody on him. He was cooking, and then Jimmy was.
You know who he did give that work to? He gave that work to Jimmy. Yeah. He gave that work to Caleb. He gave that work to Highsmith, our best perimeter defenders, and then he gave that work to Space. Because they just kept leaving his ass open. Like it was like, well, I gotta stay on.
He wasn't open. It was Gabe and Max was guarding him. You just didn't see them in the shot.
They were all like, we need to double up Dorian Finney-Smith. Not the motherfucker with 40. Like,
is that true that Bridges was? They offered 4 first round. Someone offered 4 first round.
Yeah. Memphis did, and I think Minnesota did.
I bet we did too.
We offer shit we ain't got. Al, we offer shit we ain't got.
But I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Memphis, I'm do that.
Yes, you do that. You do that.
Fantastic with Memphis.
Look, yeah, you do.
I'm gonna say it again. This is not the last time Mikal Bridges is gonna play like that.
No, it's not.
Nice.
No, it's not.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good. I don't know what motherfuckers thought we was beating that. What we putting together? What like a motherfucking ham sandwich?
Okay, can we talk about that? And before we get to what they doing over there and some of this other stuff, like people acting like we could have got 3 first round picks together. First of all,
from where?
Where? You just got 3 extra, and then who did we have that we were going to offer on a Mikal Bridges level? Kyle Lowry. Caleb Martin.
No.
We out here with the poo-poo platter worth of undrafted. Take any of our undrafted players. Would you like a Haywood Highsmith, sir? You know, like what would we do?
Can I interest you in the game of Vince?
I'm pissed
with a side of Struce.
Maybe we could have traded Dwayne Dedman to the Sixers for something. Yeah, they wanted him so fucking bad. That's the move I just cannot understand.
Send me PJ back. Send me PJ back.
That was wild. Yeah. For trash. Sure, straight up.
I saw PJ today. PJ looked like when a team's practicing. The only 9 players showed up to practice, so an assistant coach is out there playing with the kids.
Are they calling them the Pet Boys?
PJ. Looking like Jiffy Lube. Like PJ looked terrible. Like his socks look fucked up. Like everything about PJ's fit was wrong.
You know what happened? PJ had a bad bitch and thought, I'm gonna get $100,000 more to go on over here with Shaniqua, but he didn't realize Shaniqua had dishes in her sink, dirty clothes piled up the wall,
dirty
2 badass kids.
She got grease still on the stove.
Right, like, he didn't realize what he was trading in. If we bring him home,
Genie in a minute.
Exactly. Yo, Alf, I'm that girl. Hey, Alf, I'm that girl. I can fix him. Bring him back home. I can change him.
Yeah, PJ looked like he keep telling them he's an XL, but he's a double XL, and he's wearing the wrong uniform. And they're like, PJ, let us just get you the right size. Like, no. I wear an XL. I wore an XL my entire life.
You must make
I know what I wear. I know what I wear.
Gustavo Gonzalez says, we suck so bad. Why is Duncan out there? Just sit him. Can we
need
just
all the
chill?
fresh
We
legs
need all,
we can get.
Exactly.
What
This
is wrong
dude
with
cannot
people?
shoot for shit. And you have the
Nice.
Heat. I don't care how you think about what the fuck you think about Duncan Robinson right now in this very moment. He is the Heat's all-time #1 3-point shooter. We need all the fucking help we can
I don't
get.
care if Duncan got no arms. He got legs. You need all the healthy bodies you can
I would
get.
like to see that.
Do you?
What is wrong with people? Everybody keep poo-pooing everybody. You
Is
ain't
your
got
name in the
nothing,
scorebook?
man. Like
I need you out here.
this fucking team needs to be unplugged and plugged back in. Like, I don't understand. Like, what are we talking about? Why we keep
It's
just
like,
dissing people?
That's one of those comments. I feel like he must have just had Sage in the draft or something before he watched the game.
He didn't watch the game.
Like, he was rusty in the first several minutes. No shit. He's been out for like
But like,
Since January 20th.
yeah, for like 2 months he's been out. Can
here's
we
my main
calm
thing,
the
like-
fuck down? There are plenty of things to complain about this team, but when you get a player that has shot well in the past, doesn't matter how long ago that was, if they're finally coming back and they're healthy, we need all the help we can get. Give them the fucking chance to reintegrate, please.
You are on default complain mode when you're complaining about Duncan Robinson.
Right? Like, what are we doing?
Thank you.
like, yo,
You know what's funny? Now, I'm on Twitter, like the last week, every time they do shitty, I'm like, damn, man, fuck Kyle Lowry. Oh, Kyle Lowry's killing us tonight. And I have people agreeing with me. Like, Kyle's killing them out there. Like, okay, so y'all really just don't watch the games, right? Like, you really, because I'm like, oh, man, the point guards are killing us. Kyle Lowry sucks on defense. And people are like, yeah, he does. I'm like, y'all just don't even watch. Y'all just so ready to complain. You have your agendas and your narratives. You are going to complain about who you're going to complain about. It doesn't even matter. Like, that's what I'm seeing more. Like, so for someone to get mad at Duncan tonight, like,
Yeah, that's enough.
Meanwhile, we got Hamish guarding Claxton. And ain't nobody mad that we got a 6'5" player out there just under the basket like this. Like, so what is wrong?
Hey, y'all saw Gabe stopped.
Hey, Gabe held his own that one time. He held his own. I got scared. I got a little scared for him, but he was there. He was there. I got a little scared for him.
You know
All right, go ahead, Kenny.
yeah. So 2 things. One, Heat fans just need diaries at this point. They're just complaining about shit that's not happening. Just get that out some other way.
Need to bring back live
The
journals.
second thing is we're focusing on Duncan Robinson. Jimmy was out there playing like he had jeans on, and we just blaming other man.
Yeah, denim on, Kenny.
He had the big Michael Jordan jeans.
With the NBA patches on the back.
That shit had the Bobcats. It had the Bobcat symbol.
He's got Wrangler socks.
Like we got it's like if you want to complain. I don't care, but just at least complain about the right stuff.
All right. Well, let's make fun of other teams.
Yeah.
Come on.
In other situations. Well, let's look around the rest of the league in our segment we like to call "What They Doing Over There." Oh yeah. What they doing over there?
Thing right there, AD.
That's the last thing Laker fans want to see. Anytime AD grimaces, it's 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
What?
Reggie.
It's truth. Listen to the fucking announcers this week. Listen to this.
Up by 5, 8.3 to go. And ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the Dallas Mavericks have foxed around and found out. Foxed around and found out.
He didn't say fox hard enough.
He said he should have said a little harder.
He said focked.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Bradley Beal. Oh, what is that?
Tony Brothers?
Yeah, see, he extended that hand right there.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Just the hand
Oh, look at this
Yo.
dude's glasses.
Homeboy tweaking.
I seen that man at 11.
I'm about to do that in a second, Joey.
That guy's from, that guy's from the future. Come on.
I'm not even looking at him.
Right.
Oh man, what's he drinking? Jib jab.
Yeah.
Oh, R.J. Barrett. I know they're ahead,
Like,
but
look-
we can still laugh.
Yeah,
Look-
Obi.
Look at Obi. Look at Obi. He
And here's
tight.
R.J. again.
I'd take Obi.
R.J.'s out here glitching.
Set it up. Set it up.
Shooting
Set it up.
speed for no reason.
None. Oh.
Got the fucking wow.
Looking like an old ass Harlem Globetrotter.
Oh nah, boy Kelly.
Oh.
Oh my God.
The setup takes like 40 seconds. You could have like got back.
Right. Kelly didn't even try to get back into the
Don't
picture.
even try after that.
James Johnson's celebration feels personal.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he feels.
Oh no!
Oh, and Precious.
Uh-oh,
I don't care
Precious.
who, what the fuck you say. We won
Get
the
him.
trade.
Get him,
We won
Cal.
that trade.
Man.
Get him, Cal.
Like this.
Oh,
A novel by
Got him.
novel by Sapphire.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
oh my God. Damn.
Innocent, man.
Wow. That was aggressive.
Y'all are ridiculous.
This is
Y'all are insane. What is wrong with
Why
y'all?
you should just threw the fucking frying pan at this point.
it's too much.
It's too much, Al. It's too much.
Oh, God. All right. Yeah, I want to get to bed, so let's run through another segment.
Yes.
Bash, you ready?
What segment is this?
It's Black History Month. So
Oh,
You know what time it is?
I'm
because,
familiar with it.
I want to give Joey some time at the
Beth
end.
What'd you say, Joey? What?
I literally said it's the best month. It's my favorite month.
Yeah, it's also the shortest month.
Which I hate. I hate that about it.
Thank you, Joey, for that alley-oop.
That's a new segment.
That's the new segment. You have Joey pop on.
So, if you guys have been watching Hangover Time for the last 2 years, we like to highlight a special moment or Black History figure during Black History Month. It's a segment that we like to call Black in Time.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Looking black in time.
Known as the Moses of her people, Harriet Tubman was enslaved, escaped, and helped others gain their freedom as a conductor of the Underground Railroad. Tubman also served as a scout, spy, guerrilla soldier, and nurse for the Union Army during the Civil War. Tubman used a network of escape routes and safe houses in 1849 when she and 2 of her brothers escaped north. Tubman returned to the South several times and helped dozens of others escape. She was never caught and never lost a passenger. One of the most frequent railroad riders was this man. Tubman was able to ferry him from Seattle to Oklahoma, California, New York, and finally Arizona. How did they navigate this treacherous terrain under the cover of night without maps? By secretly outlining the routes on various body parts.
This was another edition of Looking Black in Time.
Christ, man.
All I can do is listen.
I warned you. Play it again, real quick.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
Looking Black in Time.
Known as the Moses of her people, Harriet Tubman was enslaved, escaped, and helped others gain their freedom as a conductor of the Underground Railroad. Tubman also served as a scout, spy, guerrilla soldier, and nurse for the Union Army during the Civil War. Tubman used a network of escape routes and safe houses in 1849 when she and two of her brothers escaped north. Tubman returned to the South several times and helped dozens of others escape. She was never caught and never lost a passenger. One of the most frequent railroad riders was this man. Tubman was able to ferry him from Seattle to Oklahoma, California, New York, and finally Arizona. How did they navigate this treacherous terrain under the cover of night without maps? By secretly outlining the routes on various body parts.
This was another edition of Looking Black in Time.
Siobhan, they outlined the map.
The fucking ash map! Are you etching counties into this man's scales?
And you know that's true, though.
Legend has it.
Cornrows, they used to put maps in the cornrows.
Legend has it. Legend.
Map, legend, that's perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Brass, the chat is asking that you replay the Precious Duncan. Several people have asked for it.
All right, we'll bring that back.
They asked for it?
They asked for it.
God damn it. Holy shit.
Get out of here.
Ooh.
I'm gonna kill you, bitch.
Yeah, I'll kill you, bitch.
Oh my god.
Stupid. Oh my god. Speaking of stupid, let's go to
Joey.
Let's go to Joey.
Great introduction. Thank you so much, Al.
Oh my god, Joey's so fine. He back.
Hey, is that Joey? Is that Joey?
All right, guys. All right. Just gonna. All this stuff is probably stupid. Alf is probably right. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I got like terrible boundary issues. Like, especially like with like the women in my life. For example, like my mom still grounds me, and I haven't told her to. I'm too old for that. I don't know. I find it kind of weird that Duncan is returning from after surgery. He had the surgery January 4th. What I'm going to say about that. I was in Cleveland a couple months ago. I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and before I got into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, there's a sign that says no drugs or alcohol, which I mean has to be the least rock and roll thing I've ever heard. All right. I knew a kid that I was in the basketball team with, and I found out that he had slept with a teacher. The teacher was fired, but they actually immediately retired his jersey in the rafters. I think it's. I don't even know if this is. I just think it's kind of funny that like Chad is a country in Africa, but how did it become the whitest name ever? I don't know. And I think well, I googled it, so it better be.
Okay, you're right.
My family, I was an altar boy in a mobile church, and all I have to say it was a real touch and go situation. All right. So earlier I had talked about the Karl Malone skills challenge. Well, here's another rejected idea I had heard about. And it's a little wordy, but I did hear that they were going to do the Kyrie Irving All-Star of David 3-point contest. Did you guys hear about this? Yeah, it was like his redemption. It was just going to be all rabbis, and don't worry, every single thing would be money balls. All right. I love my boys. I am Jewish. Nice try, guys. All right, thank you.
Joey, yes.
Joey's triumphant return to Hangover Time.
Man.
All right, Brass, I ran through all of our bits.
I don't know what the fuck to do at this point. People are asking about buyouts, what the deal is, because can I talk about one theory I've been thinking about for a while?
Go ahead.
So, this team, we were the number 1 shooting team last season, correct? This season, what are we at? We're at like 28?
7 or something.
27, 28? That doesn't make any sense. And I got to thinking, what if it's on purpose? What if this is the Spopadope? And this guy got so tired of shooting great all fucking season and teams figuring them out. And then they just fold at the end of the playoffs. They just have nothing left. Nothing left. And here, we're able to eke out most games. We're still like, 6 games above, 6 games above 500, whatever. No, I'm not taking shit out. So we're able to like eke out these wins and sort of stay competitive up until the end, and all of a sudden we just fucking listen. Yes, I've lost it. We lost in we're behind the fucking Knicks in the standings. I can't take it anymore.